Mr. Chief Justice,
Senator from Hawaii.
I send a question to the desk for the House managers.
Thank you. The question from Senator Hirono is for the House managers. Can you talk about what has happened to whistleblowers when they have been outed against their will? What are the consequences of revealing their identity, particularly when we have a president who has tried to bully and threaten impeachment witnesses?
Senator, I don't know that we can give you examples of whistleblowers who were the subject of retaliation, although I have no doubt that there are many. We can seek by the latter part of this evening to get a list of some of the whistleblowers that have confronted retaliation. But this does give me an opportunity to speak a little more in a more fulsome way about a point I made earlier about the unique importance of whistleblowers in the intelligence community. Our area of intelligence is unique in this respect. If you're a whistleblower who wants to blow the whistle on a fraudulent contract in a transportation project, you can go public. If you're blowing the whistle on misconduct in the area of housing, you can go public. You can have a press conference and you can declare the wrongdoing that you have seen. If you're a whistleblower in the intelligence community, however, you cannot go public. You have no recourse to bring to the public's attention wrongdoing except one of really two vehicles. You can go to an intelligence committee or you can go to the Inspector General. And in this area where our hearings are in closed session, where you don't have outside stakeholders that can point out the flaws in what an agency is represented, if you're in the Transportation Committee and someone comes in and they say, this high-speed rail project is on time and under budget, you have outside validators and stakeholders that can say, that's just not true. In the intel world where our hearings are in closed session, there are not outside stakeholders that are listening that can hold those agencies to account. And so we are uniquely dependent when there's wrongdoing on two things: self-reporting by the agencies and the willingness of people of good faith to come forward and blow the whistle. And we do injury to that when we expose those whistleblowers to retaliation. I don't think any of us would have imagined a circumstance in which a president of the United States before now would have called a whistleblower a traitor or a spy, or suggested that people that blow the whistle on his wrongdoing are traitors and spies, and we should treat them as we used to treat traitors and spies. I don't think we could have imagined a circumstance where a president of the United States would have told a foreign leader that the U.S. ambassador, our anti-corruption champion in Ukraine, was going to go through some things. I don't think we could have imagined that happening before this presidency. And sometimes you just have to step back and realize just how striking and abhorrent this is, and what a risk it is to civility, to decency, to our institutions. We become inured to it through endless repetition of attacks on anyone who will stand up to this president. And of course, the risk is the very reason we have a whistleblower protection, the very reason why whistleblowers should enjoy a right of anonymity, is that in the absence of that, misconduct and wrongdoing will proliferate. If there's not a mechanism for people lawfully to expose wrongdoing, you can bet that wrongdoing is going to increase. And that's why there have been great champions like Senator Grassley of whistleblower protections, Senator Burr and Senator Warner and many others, because we all understand, at least we did heretofore, the vital importance and contribution that are made by American citizens who bring wrongdoing to our attention.
Thank you, Mr. Manager.